Hi, my name is Biyun Zheng. I'm postdoc at Columbia University Irving Medical Center, and I'm also affiliated with Fujian Medical University Union Hospital.
Today, I will briefly introduce our new paper in Gut.
Gastric ulcer healing depends on acid suppression, mucosal defense, and epithelial regeneration. While several earlier studies have suggested that gastrin plays a key role in ulcer healing, many clinicians still view acid reduction as the key factor in ulcer healing. Meanwhile, CCK2R positive cells in the corpus isthmus contribute to epithelial turnover. But how gastrin regulates these progenitors during regeneration, and what happens when gastrin is low, has not been clearly defined.
To test this directly, we established mouse models where we can precisely modulate gastrin. We induced hypogastrinaemia by ablating antral G cells with diphtheria toxin, and hypergastrinemia by gastrin infusion or PPI treatment. In acute corpus ulcer model, ulceration triggered a physiological rise in plasma gastrin, with G-cell expansion during the repair phase. When we increase the gastrin level either by gastrin infusion or PPI, ulcers healed faster, reaching complete healing by day 14. In contrast, lowering gastrin through G-cell ablation impaired healing. Importantly, G-cell ablation largely removed the benefit of PPI, showing that PPI-associated hypergastrinemia is not just a side effect, it contributes to repair. Mechanistically, hypergastrinemia promoted CCK2R positive lineage expansion and regenerative activity near the ulcer margin, whereas low gastrin blunted this progenitor response. During healing, vagocholinergic fibers increased near the ulcer bed. With unilateral truncal vagotomy, the usual rise in gastrin during healing was prevented. Progenitor expansion was reduced, and ulcers remained largely at late time points. At the cellular level, M3 muscarinic receptor signaling is prominent in CCK2R lineage isthmus progenitors. Blocking M3R with derifenacin reduced the gastrin output and impaired ulcer healing, linking vagal signaling to both antral gastrin production and corpus regeneration. Finally, in chronic models, H. pylori infection or MNU injury model, the same principle held. Lowering gastrin via G-cell ablation was associated with worse mucosal outcomes, including progression toward atrophy, metaplasia, and dysplasia, whereas hypergastrinemia showed protective effects and supported stronger regenerative responses.
These findings define the role of gastrin in gastric ulcer healing, demonstrating that PPI-induced hypergastrinemia is not merely a side effect, but a key driver of mucosal repair. Strategies to enhance gastrin signaling could improve ulcer healing and prevent gastric preneoplasia, particularly in patients with atrophic gastritis. Monitoring gastrin levels may offer a valuable biomarker for assessing gastric mucosal integrity and guiding targeted therapeutic interventions. Thank you for watching.